Morning, afternoon, g'day, wherever you're from. We're looking at Round Twist again. This episode is called Bird Boy. It's in season 4. It's episode 9. I've linked it below. It's on YouTube, so just go check it out if you want. This episode starts off with Bronson locked in a cage, dressed up as a bird, as you do. But then you find out that it's actually because his brother and sister locked him up in a cage and dressed him up as a bird. Been there, dude. You know, I'm the youngest in my family. Bronson's the youngest in his family. He's got an older brother and older sister. I've got an older brother and an older sister. And I can't even count the amount of times on my hand that my older brother and older sister would, you know, lock me up in a cage, dress me up as a bird, because it doesn't happen. It's just cruel. No one does that. It's fucked up. Turns out that has nothing to do with the rest of the show. It was just like a funny intro. But it's still really mean to make Bronson dress up as a bird and get into a cage. So we hard cut to Bronson. He's outside and he's got like a vacuum cleaner strapped to his back and he's running around. And my first thought is, he's picking up bugs, or he's, pretending he has a metal detector, or he's like, oh, I'm Luigi from Luigi's Mansion sucking up ghosts. No. This is around the twist, so he doesn't do what normal kids would do.
Bingo! Bird do! That must be one big bird. Better get a sample.
What kid gets excited for bird poo? Oh, yes! Bird poop. My favourite. Better take a sample. So Bronson walks towards the edge of the cliff, and, he notices something shimmering down below, so he leans over to have a look, and you guessed it. He falls. So Bronson snatches up the necklace. Obviously, Bronson, 8-year-old, being scared, I'd be scared too. Climbs up this wall like bloody Spider-Man. He is so fast up this wall, it's incredible. I did indoor rock climbing a couple times, and Bronson would smoke me. He would be able to handle the black, hardest wall, no problem. So he makes it back to the top of the cliff. He's right next to the lighthouse. He can relax. The bird's not going to get him up there. When I first watched this, I legit got scared. I honestly thought he got away safe. But when that bird lands on his head, I don't know. It was something about it actually kind of scared me. So Bronson, being the quick thinker he is, bites the bird's foot and runs to the lighthouse. Oh no, wait, he doesn't run to the lighthouse. He runs to some bushes, and then he runs to the lighthouse. He's in the middle, bushes are here, lighthouse is here. He runs to the lighthouse, he runs to the bushes, and then he runs to the lighthouse. I just don't understand. What made him think bushes is the perfect place to go? Bronson finally makes it into the lighthouse, and Tony, Faye, Linda are all like meditating. Faye's pregnant, they're trying to calm the baby down. And Bronson explains everything.
Bird just jumped straight on top of me.
A bird like chick.
Pete, you horny 16-year-old. Just one thing on his mind. Or should I say 2 things on his mind? I don't think China's going to let this episode air though. We cut to Bronson in his room. He's just admiring the necklace. Oh, this is a beautiful necklace. And then he hears the bird screeching outside, so he goes to the window to have a look. And the bird must see the shimmer of the necklace or something, because it decides to kamikaze fly straight through Bronson's window and land on his bed. And this is when we get our first look at the bird. I don't know if you guys have seen Shaggy Dog with Tim Allen, but the poster of that is almost as scary as this bird thing. Animals with human eyes, it just looks wrong. Humans are really good at recognizing faces, that's our thing. And seeing human eyes on animals that don't have human eyes, which is pretty much every animal except for humans, it just messes with our brain and we just instantly, it's not good. It's not good, so don't do it ever. There's a little hint for you. Don't ever put human eyes on animals. But if we just look at the eyes of the bird, they're kind of piercingly blue. I don't know, sort of mesmerizing. Kind of like the snake from Jungle Book, sort of suck you in. Oh, Jesus. So the rest of the family comes up to Bronson's room to see what all the noise was about. And Tony's just straight on the discipline. He doesn't give a fuck. He's just straight on it.
Giant bird. Bronson, how many times have I told you?
No pets allowed in your bedroom.
Tony picks the weirdest things to be strict about. No bloody pets in your room, Bronson. I'm your dad. Dad, can I at least go outside and, play next to the giant cliff that I might fall off and die? That you haven't, built a fence around? You lazy dad? You dickhead. Oh, absolutely, son. Go your hardest, mate. Just make sure you bloody don't fall off, I guess. That's parenting. That's my parenting attempts. I'm your dad. So we cut to the next morning, and the bird's like strapped up in almost like a bloody straitjacket. Looks like Hannibal Lecter, in Silence of the Lambs when he comes out. He's just like. I honestly wouldn't be surprised if it's doing these like nice bird calling songs to sort of lure the people in, so it can just. So Pete, after hearing these beautiful bird songs, comes up with a brilliant idea.
Don't worry, Bron. I've got a better idea.
Basically, Pete's idea was busking. People have been busking since the beginning of time. Like, it's not an original idea, Pete. But I hate it. He just had such a smug look on his face, yeah, I've just discovered the best idea ever. So Pete tries to use this bird to pick up these birds.
Yeah, well, of course you're welcome to come work in the sanctuary with me.
Wow.
So it's all fun and games. Bronson's making some money exploiting this injured bird. And then the town bullies show up. And they just walk up to Bronson and just, cut line and just grab a handful of money. There's a massive line of people behind these bullies, and they cut through the line and just grab a handful of Bronson's money. And no one says anything. These bullies have the same sort of power as like a local gangster. Like, they just walk up and just take what they want, and everyone is too afraid of them to do anything about it. So the bullies leave, and then they come back seconds later with the town mayor. And this is when the bird gets its first taste of human flesh. The mayor explains to Bronson that a bird like this could actually bring people to the town and make Bronson famous. Bronson likes this, but the mayor has other motives. The dude's the villain of the show, and he likes money. So we cut to Bronson, he's in his room, and he's looking at the necklace again. And this part of the show, I honestly don't understand what's happening. I think I don't watch enough Around the Twist to get it. I think it's like a side character or something, but just watch.
Wow. Is that your necklace?
Yeah, I suppose. Well, I found it.
So it's not really yours?
Listen, this is my bedroom. I'll ask questions, okay?
Okay, sorry. You're obviously upset about something.
Yeah? Well, that's where you're wrong. I'm not upset.
What was that? Some futuristic knight dude just comes into Bronson's room through a magical doorway, stirs up Bronson, and then just leaves. That's really creepy. Who are you? I can come in your room anytime I please. Get out of here. Anytime I please. Bronson and Pete are in the shed producing a mixtape with this bird, and people are loving the bird song so much that I think he's going to have a record deal by the end of the episode. He'll be triple platinum by the end of the week. So that mayor I mentioned earlier, he organises like a ridiculous amount of reporters on such short notice. It's kind of sad. Like, there's probably an actual news story breaking out, like a 30-car pile-up crash or something, and all these reporters are reporting about a freak of nature bird that crash landed into a boy's bedroom that lives in a lighthouse. Now that I say it, it's kind of like a cool breaking news story. So there's this one like scientist dude who starts like yelling about clipping the bird's wings and like experimenting on the bird and stuff.
We must clip the wings!
I have no idea what accent that is. I think it's German, but I'm not sure. Maybe leave a comment below because I'm interested to see what you guys think. Bronson and Pete overhear all this talk about clipping the bird's wings and experimenting on it, and they don't want that to happen obviously, so they decide to set the bird free. Pete distracts the media and the scientists and everyone by playing them a bird song that they recorded earlier, and everyone just breaks down into tears.
Oh, that's beautiful.
I'm gonna say it. Birdsong, not that good. It's not good enough to make a grown man cry. Only like Sweet Cherry Pie could do something like that. While Pete is emotionally moving everyone to the point of tears, Bronson is sneaking the bird out the back door. Bronson and the boy bird stand on the side of the cliff.
I guess this is goodbye, huh?
That bird just like nodded as if he understood Bronson. That can't be right.
Are you sure your wing's okay?
Oh no, the bird just understands English now. I think I understand what's going on here. This isn't some magical creature. This is just a boy dressed up as a bird so he can make some new friends and make some music. It's actually kind of sad, really. So the boy dressed up as a bird jumps off the cliff. Imagine if the bird just jumped and fell to its death. It'd be super traumatic. Bronson would just be watching on in horror. And I wouldn't put it past Around the Twist to do something like that though. They're known for their like really traumatic moments. Thank you for birthing me, father. So the bird's flying away and is set free and is happy. You'd think this is when the episode would end, credits, boom, fantastic. But Bronson has a moment where he's like, oh, I did steal that necklace. I better put it back where I found it. He felt bad. So he goes to the edge of the cliff to drop the necklace off in the nest. And you guessed it, he falls. Now, this is the second time Bronson has fallen off this cliff. I understand the first time was an accident, I fully get that. But if you fall off a cliff twice in the same spot, you're just dumb. You're just an idiot. No fence is going to protect you. So the bird lands in the nest next to Bronson, and they have like a conversation. It's pretty one-sided. Bronson's sort of just guessing what the bird's trying to say. But basically he finds out that the bird song they were recording was actually the cries and screams of the bird. I don't really understand how they work this out, but Bronson can speak bird now or something. The bird picks Bronson up, flies him around for a little bit, and drops him off at the lighthouse. And just before the episode ends, the mayor gets served up some creamy, frothy karma. The family laughs at the mayor getting pooed on, and the episode ends. The message of this episode had something to do with animal cruelty, but it's hard to pick up on that when the animal is a humanoid, spliced together bird, freak of nature, monstrosity that will swoop into kids' nightmares and hypnotize them with its piercing blue eyes and its intense bird screams. Anyway, leave a like if you enjoyed the video, subscribe if you enjoyed me. This will probably be my last Round the Twist episode. I might rehash it in a couple of weeks maybe when I can't think of anything else to do. So yeah, I'll see you on the next one.